First, hail up, yow, gwaan, Jamaica. Welcome to the Vault of Silliness's list of countries. Tuning in for some fun. Some inside information here. I have lots of episodes from 1996. Some nights were recorded from start to finish. For this month, we'll get 3 shows from that year, beginning with a dumb birthday game from March 4th that I have titled The Humor is Dry and So is the Hamantaschen. The players: Karen Regal in traffic, Mike Epstein producing and playing in studio, Irene from Brookline, Kevin in Maine, Marge from Avon, and Chris in Worcester. Birthdays: Paula Prentiss, Chastity Bono, Miriam Makeba, Mary Wilson, and Barbara McNair. We also get 2 events. What year was President Calvin Coolidge's inauguration broadcast live, coast to coast, across 21 radio stations? And Ron and Nancy Reagan were married in what year? There are entertaining commercials for the TV Guide Baby Boombox and Candela skincare centers. We also learn about some famous people that started out doing overnight traffic for WBZ. I'm not going to tell you, you're just going to have to listen for those. Heady stuff, people. Heady stuff. Episode 178. The humor is dry, and so is the Hamantaschen. Crumbles its way to your ears. Now.
I guess I've never met. We have not met, have we, Karen?
I don't believe so, Norm, not yet.
So we're kind of meeting in a casual, kind of different way without actually being face to face at the moment. And but I'm glad that you're able to play the dumb birthday game with us.
It's a lifelong dream of mine, Norm.
Don't suck up to me that badly.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry.
Just back off. Anyway, Karen is on duty now for the WBZ 24-hour traffic network, and it's a position that I hope you're very proud of, because a lot of people started out, doing the overnight traffic stuff, and they've risen to incredible heights, and I could name just a few people for you.
Please do.
You want me to name them to you?
Oh, please.
Yeah, the Secretary of the Treasury, who started out as a traffic reporter here. I forgot her name now. I think it was Myra Boskowitz. Maybe I may have missed a little bit with that. Many performers have started out this way. Tom Hanks, did you know that? Tom Hanks started out as a WBZ traffic reporter.
Really?
Yep.
I believe you.
Yeah. There's no point in my lying. What can I gain by that? There's also a guy who sells fresh fruits in the North End. He started out here, too. He's not one of our big success stories, but we do like to mention him. He's probably making more selling fresh fruits than he did as a traffic reporter.
Probably.
Yeah. No, you're probably 2 or 3 rungs ahead of me as a weekend all-night announcer person. That's about the lowest you can get in broadcasting. But anyway, it's kind of fun. You know how the game is played, and we tell you in many cases, the names of the people who were born in the state. We guess the ages. And when I run out of names that anybody knows, we do events that happen on the state, and you tell me the year it happened. But in all, it's kind of fun. I can hear your two-way radio explaining some difficulties. Something about the Sumner Tunnel just sank into the Atlantic.
I'll make a note of that. We'll try to get it on the air for you.
Well, don't even bother with it. The dumb birthday game is much more important than any of that kind of stuff.
Oh, all right.
The other day we lost the entire upper deck of the Tobin Bridge, but we carried on with the dumb birthday game because we know our priorities or what's best. Thank you very, very much. There's a 73-car pileup on the Mass Turnpike near exit 17. But we don't pay any attention. Somebody's going to believe me. I shouldn't talk that way. I made that up. Okay. Anyway, and Mike Epstein is here. You can hear him making funny comments.
Well, maybe allegedly funny is more like it, but yeah. What am I hearing?
Is that sounds kind of serious? Is it Karen?
No, it's not. Not at all.
Okay. Well, that's good. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
How long have you been reporting traffic, by the way, Karen? Mike wanted me to ask you that.
Oh, I haven't been, only a couple of months. I haven't been here too long.
Yeah. Did you report traffic anyplace else? Or this kind of a whole new experience for you?
It is. It's interesting.
Hey, one day when you and I are old people, we can sit around and talk about these wonderful days. You'll be able to say, remember back then and then back
When I was
then?
staying up all night drinking pots of coffee.
Yeah, bringing pop and reporting on traffic and being involved with that silly Ron Mason or Ron Macon, or I can't remember his name now. One of those guys. They all get the look-alike after a while. You know they are. Anyway, you will be playing, and Mike, as we mentioned, our producer, will be here.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
And now let me introduce you to some other members of the panel. We have Irene, who is in Brookline. Hello, Irene.
Hi, Norm.
You excited, too? You're excited as Karen and Mike are about playing the game?
I'm so excited because I want to tell you that the man that called up about those bakeries on Beacon Street, they've been gone about 10 years.
I tell you, you take a different route to work one day and everything is gone by the time you go back. Well, it's kind of as you get older, it's kind of funny. Things do go and you don't even notice them.
The truth.
And they're gone for years.
Yep.
Anyway, have you played the dumb birthday game with us before?
About 4 years ago.
Oh, you're due again. Did you win that time?
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you'll win again this time.
I still got the present.
Oh, you never probably even bothered to unwrap it. I don't blame you. Okay, let's go to Kevin. I don't dare ask her whether she liked it or not. That's the way I just kind of went quickly to another person.
Very smooth.
Oh, smooth. I'm Mr. Smooth. I'm Mr. Smoothie. This is Kevin in Maine. Hi, Kevin.
Hi. Hi, Norm.
Hi. Is this the first crack at... No, this is not. You played the game, I think.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yes, I know. I can just...
I won once.
You won one also, and I'm not even going to ask...
Out of 100.
Out of 100 times?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Once out of 3.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
It took me 3 years, but...
But you see now it shows you persistence pays off, and that's nice.
Oh, you sent me some nice stuff. I read it all up, and I donated it to the library down here in Kittery.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to do that. You know something? You're okay, Kevin.
Thank you very much, Norm. You are, too.
Okay. Marge is down in the town of Avon. Hello, Marge.
Hi, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
You sound great.
Well, you sound pretty good yourself.
Oh, thank you.
In fact, we both sound so great, we ought to join forces, perhaps, and do a morning show together.
I think we should, too.
You want to go over to one of those morning talk shows?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, because I think they got a man and a woman doing some sort of a show like that someplace, but I always forget their names.
Really?
Never heard of them.
No, I never heard of them. They're probably not on. It's probably in my imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of work do you do, Marge?
I'm retired.
Are you? You have such a young voice.
No, I was going to say I'm old like you, but that doesn't sound right.
Oh, that's too bad. You've already lost the game, fella.
I know it.
No, are you? Are you up around 70 or so? You're in bad shape.
No.
Is that the way you get when you're old? You begin coughing and having a terrible time of it? Was that you coughing?
No. 60. No, it was me. I was eating a Hamantaschen.
This is such an epic program, isn't it?
And I don't like moon, I like prunes.
I don't believe anybody asked you, but thank you very much, Irene, anyway. Anyway, Marge, you're up. Anyway, you don't have to tell me your age. That's not important.
Okay,
but
I don't mind.
I'm glad you're playing the game. It's not important. It's not important. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm a good loser.
Okay, let's go to Chris, who's in Worcester. Hi, Chris.
Good evening, Norm.
We have a lot of women on the panel today. That's really nice. The three on the panel, plus Karen and just two guys.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a nice balance. Excellent balance. Is that you, Kevin, making funny stomach noises?
Would I do that?
Who's making those noises?
Maybe it was Mike.
No.
No, it's not Mike. Mike is sitting right across from me. I can see.
My hands are above the table and everything. I'm not playing any instruments.
Oh, isn't that weird?
Somebody's playing a synthesized organ of some kind.
Okay. Today's the birthday of Paula Prentiss. She's married to Richard Benjamin. They've been married for a number of years. He's an actor and director and all of that. Mm-hmm. And he's been in a number of good movies. I can't remember the movies that she's been in. Let me see if I have that information here. Let me see. Today, of course, is March 4th. And Paula Prentiss was in He and She, Man's Favorite Sport, the Woody Allen movie, What's New Pussycat, born in San Antonio, Texas, on this very day, March 4th, of course. Her real name, or her name at birth anyway, was Paula Ragusa. Maybe in Italian, maybe when you translate that from Italian to English, Ragusa means prentice. Then again, maybe again it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, Irene, how old do you think Paula Prentiss is?
Oh, I would say she's about 52.
52. What do you think, Kevin?
I'll go 55.
And what do you think, Marge?
I think I'll go with 50.
Okay, Chris?
57.
57. Okay, she asked, and put that in the form of a question, which is what they like on Jeopardy,
Yes.
but we don't have those kind of rules here, so it doesn't really matter. And I'll buy a vowel. The next thing you're going to say is that, aren't you? Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with my first instinct on this one. 59.
59.
Yeah.
First instincts certainly is a way to go in a legitimate way, so don't you feel badly.
Thank you very much, Father.
Okay. Karen, this is a momentous moment. It's Karen's first guess.
Oh, I'm all excited.
Yeah, boy, I could...
Take your time, Karen.
Yeah.
I'll probably lose, though.
Come on now.
No,
We're
that's
pulling
okay.
for you.
I'm going to try.
You understand that if any member of the staff, and that includes you and Mike, wins, you don't really get anything because it's on page 743 of the Dumb Birthday Games rule book.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, members of
Are
the
there any
game.
papers I should have signed?
You didn't sign them?
You didn't
No.
sign
You
anything yet?
Sign the
my
papers
goodness.
yet?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Can I guess anyway?
No, go ahead. Jeez.
51.
51. Okay. Today, Paula Prentiss is 57.
Oh.
And Chris said that. She said exactly 57. You were all very, very close. All very close. I'm just so proud of my class. You obviously have paid attention through the years. You know what? Richard Benjamin, her husband, was up here one night. He was being interviewed by David Bradnoy. Mm-hmm. And I remembered an incident with Richard Benjamin, and I thought I was imagining it. He was in town with a play once, and we walked around Boston about 2 o'clock in the morning, he and I, and one other actor from the play, maybe somebody else from that radio station. I don't remember where I was working then, maybe WHDH, I suppose. And I thought, that can't be. What would I be doing walking around at 2 o'clock in the morning with Richard Benjamin? And I thought, I must have dreamed that. But anyway, I bumped into him. I was coming in, and he was just finishing the interview. And he was here at a play at that very moment. Isn't that a boring story? Why did I tell that story? I have no idea why I told that story.
It sounded like you were describing some kind of a surreal dream or something. I was wondering where it was going.
I thought it was a dream. I thought, now I brag about it. Now I hung around with Richard Benjamin. We hung around. It was about 2 in the morning. We were going around the city of Boston. I don't have any idea where we were going or anything. He was married to Paula Prentiss at that time. See, that's the tie-in.
Is he still married?
Yes, he is. He's still married to Paula Prentiss. They've been married for, a lot of years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't that heartwarming?
Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful story.
It's a beautiful thing, Norman.
Yeah. Kind of fills your stomach with just joy and gas.
Yes.
Okay. Here's another person. Let's see whose age we'll guess. Chastity Bono. Never thought she'd be sitting around 23 minutes after 3 in the morning guessing the age of Chastity Bono, did you, huh? But sometimes life takes strange turns. Chastity Bono, of course, the daughter of Sonny and Cher. She was born in Los Angeles, which doesn't help you identify the age, but you remember when she was born and how long ago was that? That's how you can sort of narrow it down. We'll start with you, Karen. What do you think?
Oh, you're going to start with me?
Oh, I'm going to...
Lucky you.
Yeah, don't start with me. Don't start with me now.
I can't take any hints from somebody else.
I know it.
Aw.
Everybody's in the same boat. Next time we'll start with somebody, a third person.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, 30.
30, okay. What do you think, Mike?
Were Sonny and Cher still doing their show on, I think it was CBS or something, when they had that child, or was she already here by then? Do you happen to remember?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I'm just doing some fast figuring here, and I'll come up with an answer. Hold on one moment, please. The trouble is in your set. And I have a brother-in-law, Bernie, who can repair it for you. I don't know who's the answer. I mean, I can tell you the year we're talking about, but I don't know whether they had the show at that point. I think they probably did, but I don't know.
Yes, they did, and she used to come on every so often.
Chastity came on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, all right then.
Okay, as a little baby, or was she already like 41 years old?
She was walking.
She was walking, barely walking.
All right.
Okay, barely walking is like 2 years old. If she'd been walking, or even younger than that.
See how nice I am to you, Mike?
You are so good to me. God, I don't deserve it. I'm going to, before we go much further with this line of questioning, I'm going to say 29.
29.
Thank you very much.
Okay. What would you say, Chris?
I'm going to try 28.
You're going to try 28. Okay. And what about you, Marge?
Well, I might as well go 27.
All right. And, okay. She's going to be back to about a year and a half old, the way we're going downhill on this thing. Kevin, what do you say?
I'm going to say 28 also.
28. Okay, and Irene?
25.
Okay, the answer is 27. She's 27 years old. Really. You were all remarkably close. Marge, though, hit it right on the butt.
Boy, that was luck.
Oh, the good Lord is sitting on your left shoulder, smiling down and sticking his tongue right in your ear, so you can't miss. I'll hear about that one too.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know Miriam Makeba, the South African vocalist?
Not at all.
Folk singer, Miriam Makeba, excellent. She hasn't been in the news lately, which makes me think maybe she's not even living. But she was born in Johannesburg, South Africa, one of the very best folk singers. And she used to sing, there was a song called a click song she sang, in which she used to make noises or sounds, I shouldn't call them noises, but sounds from inside her throat that sounded like clicking, really weird sounds. I'd like to imitate. It sounded a little like my native language, Chagra.
Oh, yes. We haven't heard that language at all.
Yeah. Are you familiar, any of you familiar with the Chagra language? No, Chagra language, Chagra has no vowels and only 3 consonants. So it's kind of hard to express yourself in any really emotional kind of way. But it sounds a lot like that Miriam Makeba click song. Let me give you an example. I'll say Miriam Makeba's name in Chagra.
Very good.
Okay? In fact, I'd say she sings great folk songs. Miriam Makeba sings great folk songs. This is the way it is in Chagra. I think I've got a hernia.
I think you need the Heimlich.
I think I need a psychiatrist is what I need. Anyway, Miriam Makeba, we'll start with you, Chris.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, let me just, you want to hear me say, we'll start with you, Chris, and the Chagra? No, it hurts too much. How old do you think Miriam Makeba is?
If she's still around, because I've never heard of her, apparently.
Yeah, she was very big a few years back, and I have not heard much of her lately. That's quite true.
Well, let's give her 58.
Let's give her 58. Okay, Chris says 58. What do you say, Kevin?
59.
59. Okay.
Good guess, huh?
I don't know. I can't tell you that until the very end of this round. because otherwise it'll tip off Mike Epstein, and he's going to guess next.
If I'm not mistaken, she's like revered as like the Barbara Streisand of South Africa. Is that right?
Well, she would have that kind of status, yes.
But it's certainly not like the Madonna of South Africa. Nothing that bad. I mean.
No, I mean she doesn't sound like she sings folk songs, so she doesn't sound like either Barbara Streisand or Madonna.
Has she ever recorded anything that's won a Grammy of any kind, or any kind of musical award that we might know of?
She may have.
Has she been in any films recently?
No, I don't know that she's ever been in any films that I'm aware of. I know this is not helping a great deal.
No.
But she was around during the folk music stage, you know, when Joan Baez and Joan Collins, not Joan Collins, but
He's going to ask
Judy
you for her
Collins.
birthday in a minute.
What's that?
I said, he's going to ask you for her birthday.
Well, he's not going to catch me on that because I'm sly. I'm a sly old
Thanks
fox.
a lot. All right, I'm going to say that she's 57.
57.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Karen?
I have never heard of this woman.
Me neither.
Now, nobody has. Nobody seems to have heard of her.
Me neither.
Oh, 64.
64.
Well,
Okay. And Irene?
60.
60. And what do you think, Marge?
56.
56. Have any of you heard of her?
Never.
None of you have? Miriam
Still
Makeba.
living?
Well, I'm guessing that she is. I don't know for sure. The book I have is about a year and a half, printed about a year and a half ago.
I wish I could buy that book that you've got.
you can.
Well, you can actually. Yeah, it is. We should have we don't even have the 1996 version of it yet. This is the
No word of a lie. I saw one of those books in the bookstore the other day.
Oh yeah, no, they're available. But
What's the name?
it's called Chase's Calendar of Events, and I don't know. It's kind of expensive. Only big-time radio stations can afford them.
Oh, shoot.
And small-time weekend guys like me steal them. So that's how I've got it. Yeah, I took it out of the newsroom. You can see where it says here, radio news, do not remove. It says, do not remove. I feel so naughty and everything when I remove stuff that you're not
Does it
supposed to
feel
remove.
good, though?
I feel great, yeah.
Sure.
I love to go into doors that say no admittance.
That's right.
All that kind of stuff. Okay, the answer is Miriam Makeba is exactly what Karen said, 64.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right.
It's a big moment for me.
All right.
Oh, this
You
is
do have a second prize, don't you?
no, actually, no. No, if you tie, if somebody ties with somebody who's here on the staff, somebody who's here on the staff does not get a prize, but the person that they tie with does.
Well, you see, now I can impress all my friends and tell them I actually answered a question right.
No,
Good
right
for
away,
you.
1 out of 3. I think you're doing great so far. Nobody's got more than you. Chris and Marge both have just one apiece. And we'll go to Mary Wilson. You know Mary Wilson? An original member of the Supremes with Diana Ross, and Florence Ballard. And, of course, I was going to say something silly, but I'm not even going to finish that sentence. She's from Detroit. Of course, they were part of the Motown sound, the Supremes. Mary Wilson. Wasn't there another one with with another interesting name? Who was a member of that group? Like Bird Song or Nightingale or...
Never heard.
I don't
Couldn't
think
tell
so.
you.
No?
No.
Okay, well, we'll just guess Mary Wilson's age then. What the heck? I don't care. Let's see. We'll start with... did we start with you the first time last time, Marge? I don't think we did. Why don't we start with you then? How old do you think Mary Wilson is?
Oh, great. Let's see. Well, she's got to be younger than I am because everybody else is.
I bet I'm not. So there too, nah.
Sure. I think I'm going to say 54.
You think so?
Yeah.
When can we be sure? Okay. Marge says 54. Okay. And what do you say, Irene?
50.
50.
Oh, I've
Okay.
been doing rotten tonight.
No, you've been very close on almost every one of them.
Yeah, close, but that doesn't count.
I think it does.
That's because I'm eating the Hamantaschen here and coughing.
Oh, you're the one who's coughing.
Yes.
Coughing on the Hamantaschen. What do? Do you light it first before you eat it?
I love them.
I love them too. Kevin, what do you think?
I'd say I'm not knowing and all. Let's go with 51.
Okay, we'll go with 51 because you're the captain of this ship. You have your hand on the tiller and you're guiding us safely through the troubled waters that lie ahead.
That's our rallying cry.
Yeah.
We'll go with 51 or bust.
That's right. Hey,
Or something like that. Thank you.
Karen, what do you think?
52.
Oh,
Karen said 52.
I'm getting confident now.
she's not part of
I've
the
got
team.
one right.
Yeah, so that was great confidence on that. That
right.
was, boy, that was kind of scary.
Oh, my
confidence
goodness.
there. Even if she's not that, I want to say she is because I wouldn't argue with this kind of confidence. Chris, what do you say?
56.
56. And Mike?
Well, I think I can be supremely confident in this answer.
I get it. I get it. Supreme.
I'm going to have to go with 57 again.
57 again.
It's got to be right one of these times.
Yes. However, not this time. But it was right from Karen. Again, 52 is exactly the right age.
I'm stunned.
Oh, you were something, you know.
And she wants the book?
No,
she doesn't need it.
The only other traffic reporter who fared so well on his initial broadcast of the dumb birthday game was Engelbert Humperdinck.
Really? He was a traffic reporter?
Yeah, he was a traffic reporter here on weekends mostly.
Really?
Yeah, he really was. We had to dump him because he didn't know any of the streets.
Well, I imagine he was outside working on his tan.
He was a Tom Jones wannabe, wasn't he?
Yeah, we said to just report on the major highways, you know, like the around the South Station Tunnel, that area down there, Route 3, 128. He didn't know any of the roads.
Really?
No, pitiful.
Well, you gotta know how to fake it.
Yeah, no, he knew a street in Weymouth, but I think he had a girlfriend there. That was about all he knew. And we said, if you're going to be a traffic reporter, you can't just give traffic on one street, you know.
That's true.
And he said, why not? So he was out of here. Okay. We got a couple other names. One I suspect, if you don't know Miriam Makeba, you would not probably know Barbara McNair, or would you? Beautiful woman who's been singing for a number of years, who sings well. Do you know Barbara McNair?
I do too.
Okay, well, why don't we do Barbara McNair? See what else I can tell you about her that might give you a clue. Barbara McNair. Let's see. When I was doing a jazz show, I used to play her. And I did the jazz show. This will give you a clue also. Between the years 57 and 68. And she was singing then, although I was going to say she's younger than she is now, which is really stupid. I don't mean what I said was stupid. I mean it was stupid of her to be younger then. Anyway, she was on a TV show at one point called The Barbara McNair Show. That doesn't help you at all. She also an actress. She's been in movies, I think with... No, I can't think of what the movies would be. But she sings well, is quite attractive, and has sung with some jazz groups, although I don't think she's known primarily as a jazz singer. Barbara McNair.
Is she still working? Is she still singing? And
I don't know. I have not. I have not heard about her recently. I have not heard. I must call.
Please do.
See that she's okay.
Thank you.
She's probably thinking, he doesn't care about me. He hasn't even called. He used to come around with a basket of fruit once in a while, maybe a flower or two. He doesn't even call. I feel awful. Just simply awful.
You heartbreaker.
Isn't this more fun than most other programs you're on, Karen?
Absolutely.
I don't like the way she said that. It was
I think she's right. I love your program.
I meant it.
Okay.
I did.
She's sincere.
Okay.
I'm just concentrating on trying to get another one right.
Okay, we'll start with Irene. That'll give you a little chance to work on it, Karen.
Sure.
Oh, don't be a sorehead, Irene. Just why don't you peel apart the Hamantaschen? Probably inside will be the answer.
I'm all through with it. I'm all through with it. I'm dying to run in and get a glass of water.
Okay. No, but see, sometimes when you peel apart a Hamantasch, is Hamantasch singular and Hamantaschen plural?
No, it's a Hamantaschen.
Oh, Hamantaschen is singular.
That's right.
Okay, sometimes if you pull them apart, it's like a Chinese fortune cookie.
Yeah.
There's sometimes a little strip of paper in there that tells you how old Barbara McNair is.
Why, where do you buy yours? I've never seen that.
I buy them at a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, yeah, sure, in the chat. Norman, I'm going to say that she's got to be at least 66, 67.
Okay, which one would you pick?
Oh, 66.
66. Okay. She called me Norman. Did you notice that my formal name?
I sure did.
Yeah. That's so nice.
Did you like that?
I kind of liked it, yeah. Norman, Normie, anything but Norm. No, Norm is okay. Kevin, what do you think?
Norm? I don't know.
Fair enough. You're an honest man. You win.
I'll go. Thank you. Okay, next question. I'll go 65.
65. Okay, Marge, how old do you think Barbara McNair is?
Boy. I remember her, but way back.
Yeah. No, I mentioned that I was playing her in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And I think she maybe had been around before then, too, although not much before. She was quite young then.
Yeah.
I don't want to deceive you. She wasn't...
I'm going to say 62.
62. Okay. Chris?
For the third time, I'm going to try 57.
Oh, actually, this is only the second time.
Only, well...
See, I keep close score on this because I have to keep a neat score thing because it goes to the WBC Hall of Fame and Records Archive. It's important that that's up on the 35th floor if you're ever visiting WBC Broadcast City. Some people stay here. We have, as you know, our penthouse hotel on the 73rd floor. And you'd be surprised who's rented it for the weekend.
Who?
Oh, a lot of... it's rumored that the entire presidential party is up there, separated only by the entire Republican presidential candidates are up there too. They get the whole suite. They make this their base of operations.
Is that where they're all operating from this weekend?
Yeah, because we're in Soldiers Field Road, and it's handy to downtown Brighton. So a lot of people like to come here.
Why? What's in Brighton?
Exactly.
Oh, everything is in Brighton. Have you never been to Brighton?
Of course I've been to Brighton, but what's so exciting about Brighton?
Oh, Brighton.
Say Brookline, that's different.
No, the shopping of the antique shops, the shops from all over the world are here.
Oh, sure.
Some of the finest restaurants
Would you mind telling me where?
representing every single ethnic group you can think of.
Oh, that's good.
They have a whole street just with Thai restaurants.
Oh, that's right. There's more Thai restaurants on Commonwealth Avenue, Brighton, than any place else.
Are you making fun of me, Irene?
Oh, never, doll. Never.
Chief.
I just like coming down and looking at the big towers.
Okay, hey, listen, let me ask... Oh, yeah. Huh? Oh, looking at our big towers. Mike, yes. How old is Barbara McNair? I know we've kind of lost track of what we were talking about.
Out in left field for a second there.
Yeah.
By the way, I was driving through a snowstorm this afternoon. Just a squall came upon me all of a sudden.
Look, let me just say this while you say that. Irene wants to get some water. Go get it now,
Can I
Irene.
get it?
Go get it now. Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, here we are, it's the middle of winter, and I turn on the radio, just getting the dial. What do I hear? The Red Sox.
Oh, was the Red Sox game on?
There was an exhibition game on today. It made me smile and made me think summer cannot be too far away.
No, I know it.
They're playing the Twins, right?
Yeah.
They're going to play them, what, like 11 times or something?
Well, they're located in Fort Myers also, I believe. Are they? Or very close by?
I don't know.
They play the Twins a lot.
Yeah, no, because they're located in the same general area.
Well, that makes a good game up at, I went to Fenway a couple of years ago and saw them play the Twins. They did a doubleheader That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
They're always a good competition.
Yeah, but I think the proximity of their training camp to the Red Sox at Fort Myers, I think, makes it easy for them to play lots of games. I think that's probably the reason. If incidentally, if you're planning a vacation in the next week or so, that whole Fort Myers area is kind of fascinating, and the city of Palms Park where the Red Sox train. I was there a couple of years ago.
Weren't you there last year?
Might have
last year, or the year before you.
Might have been the year before last. I'm not really sure, but it's not only the ballpark there, but it's the Gulf side of Florida, and there are a lot of other interesting things. There's the Henry Ford and the Thomas Edison museums are there. They had their winter homes. They were both friends, Edison and Ford, and they had their homes there. And a lot of interesting things, artifacts they have. Plus some exotic islands, and it's an interesting area. Not Manny, what's his name? The center fielder, Greenwell.
Mike Greenwell.
Yeah, I know if I throw out enough sounds, I eventually get to it. He has a place nearby also.
Most of Edison's shops were moved over to the Ford plant, though. Over in Detroit.
Yeah,
I'm village over there.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting. Yeah, well, this was about a year and a half ago. I'm not suggesting that this is a complete Ford memorabilia, but I mean it's home there, and a few things. I think there's more stuff at the Edison Museum, although there may be other Edison museums, are there? And
yes.
He's from New Jersey originally.
Over behind the Ford test plant, over behind their test track, they have a whole village, and Henry Ford, back during the Depression, bought a lot of memorabilia, or whatever you call it, from all over the world. And he's got most of Edison's factories and other things right over there.
Really?
Yeah. And they're at Greenwich Village or Greenwich Village, or I've forgotten what it was called. I went there when I was probably about 12 years old. And it's, a bunch of stuff is over there. Even Webster's house is over there.
And what town is this in?
It's a whole village that's made up.
No, where is it though?
It's right behind the Ford test plant.
In
Detroit?
Detroit?
Their test track.
Near Detroit?
Yes.
Okay, so forget what I said about Fort Myers. Let's go there.
Okay.
Okay? Maybe we get the Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Maybe they'll go there too.
Is that going towards the West Coast, Fort Myers?
Pardon me?
Is that going out towards the West Coast?
No, it is on the West Coast. It's on the Gulf side, yes.
Near Naples?
No, that would not. Yes, it's above Naples. Naples is just south of there. I say the West Coast. No, would that be that would be the West Coast, of course, yes.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, no, it is the West Coast, the opposite side from Daytona Beach.
We went out through Naples out to Longboat Key.
What are the two islands?
What happened to Winter Haven?
Oh, they haven't been in Winter Haven since that Jewish bakery left Brookline. No, there are two islands. What are they called?
Oh God! If you hadn't asked me.
No, because I can never remember, and I've been there, and they're beautiful, beautiful islands.
It's magnificent around there.
Anyway, Mike.
Yes.
Barbara McNair. How old is she?
Oh, yes. I'm going to say that Barbara's 68 years old.
68. And what do you think, Karen?
I'm going to go with 73. I'm going to go out on a limb.
And you're going to get it right, too.
No, actually, the person who got it right is Marge, who said 62.
Oh, right. No.
So that's correct. Now, Marge has got two correct answers, and Karen has also. So we have a tie. Boy, this is starting to build up into something really exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, before we resolve our tension, can we take a quick break?
Okay, we're going to take a quick break because I know how you love our commercials.
Oh, God, I love them.
Oh, and here's one of my favorites.
Which one?
And this one here, this one's a great one. And you'll all be tapping your feet and singing the same song for days after this.
Here is an exclusive offer from TV Guide, introducing the all-new AM/FM Baby Boombox. Use it in the kitchen or use it in the office, indoors or out. It's lightweight and weighs less than a pound. And best of all, TV Guide's Baby Boombox is free with your paid subscription to TV Guide. Every week, TV Guide brings you exciting interviews, in-depth previews, and special features. It tells you what's in, what's out, what's good, what's bad, what's hot, and what's not. Call this number now and get 52 issues of TV Guide for only 4 low payments of just $11.99 each. Plus, your TV Guide Baby Boombox. The number is 1-800-592-0770. That's 1-800-592-0770. This quality AM/FM radio isn't available in stores, but it's yours free with TV Guide. So order today. To order, call 1-800-592-0770. Have your credit card ready and get your free Baby Boombox with your paid subscription to TV Guide. That's 1-800-592-0770. Call now. Operators are standing by.
WBZ and the Candela Skincare Center of Framingham present A Day of Beauty, Day of Rest. Sunday, March 17th, 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Crown Plaza Hotel, Natick. Learn about laser skincare treatments from Candela, the world leader and innovator. Be pampered by some of the best spas and salons, all for only $25, including brunch. Take time out for you and be treated to a massage, facial, aromatherapy, makeovers, and more.
To register, call 1-800-336-SKIN.
Reservations are limited. From the Candela Skincare Center and WBZ News Radio 1030.
Okay, hey, son of a gun, if we're not back again with the final few moments, the exciting finale.
Really exciting. I didn't get one tonight.
I thought you were going to play the one with sticks and dirt, too.
The one with sticks and dirt now.
Sticks and dirt?
Yeah, what is, I don't know.
The Museum of Science commercial?
Oh, I see, yeah.
You didn't want to go because they got plenty of sticks around, and the little girl says, and dirt, too.
Son of a gun, you really listen to these commercials, don't you?
I listen to you guys all day.
Aren't you a silly pook?
I guess so.
Okay, what we're going to do now, let's see, what did I do with that? What we're going to do now is guess the dates, the years of some couple of historical events. If I can find out what I was looking for here. Hold on just one moment, please. The trouble appears to be in your set. I'm totally out of it.
What the heck did you do with that piece of paper?
What? I don't have that many pieces of paper here. Hold on a minute while a lot of people, I don't know whether you know this, Karen, but a lot of women especially, I've got it right here, but they like when I rattle paper in their ear.
Really?
Yeah. Here you go, ladies. Hold on to something.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
My parents coming around. You heard that paper?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the excitement until you just heard it yourself, Karen.
Oh, it's thrilling.
I'm driving you crazy.
I knew this would be a good night.
Okay, here are a couple of news events. I'll tell you the event, and they all happened on this very date, March 4th. And tell me what year this happened. Okay. This is, let's see. This is, let me see. Oh, President Calvin Coolidge.
Dear God.
That was before my time.
Oh, be quiet.
I'm sorry.
President Calvin Coolidge's inauguration was broadcast live on 21 radio stations coast to coast. One of them must have been KDK in Pittsburgh,
of course,
which is a Westinghouse station. Mm-hmm. And at the beginning of the, as I recall, of their washer-dryer empire. So might have started right there, too. Maybe the announcer had some free time in between station breaks and built a washing machine. And George Westinghouse said, hey, I think that's even going to be more lucrative than this radio station. So that's how it all began. Anyway, it was obviously the first inauguration. It was broadcast live, although KDK before that had broadcast results of an election, results, and of the Warren Harding election. And Harding was president just before Calvin Coolidge. In fact, he died in office, and Calvin Coolidge was his vice president. That's anyway. What year was that? The President Coolidge inauguration broadcast live on 21 stations, coast to coast. What an event that must have been. Let's start with you. Let's start with you, Mike. What do you think?
Oh, gee, thanks. Okay.
And of course, the question is, what year would that have been? See, this is where we get a little bit of education. We feel if people are up this time of the morning, they ought to learn something, even if it's not important.
And I'm embarrassed to say I don't remember quite when Coolidge was hanging out in the White House.
Don't be embarrassed. I don't remember either.
All right, I'm going to say 19... or say with 19... 1933.
1933. Okay, which is kind of interesting. We would have had to push Franklin Roosevelt out of the way.
Then fine, I'll change my answer for crying out loud.
He said, he probably was thinking, well, he's in a wheelchair anyway. It'll be easy to get rid of this guy. Okay. Karen, what do you think?
I know it was in the 20s. I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Your confidence seems to be leaving you. You were so strong just a little while ago.
Well, we've gone from birthdays to events. This is a whole new thing.
Yeah. This has been an added feature for not too terribly long, but I find it's fruitful, and we're getting some great play in the press, particularly around Rockford, Illinois.
I'm going to go with 1928.
1928. Okay. Marge, what do you say?
Oh, God. And I'm old enough, I should remember.
Well, it's not a question of being old enough. I mean, you know, if I said Abraham Lincoln, would you then say I never heard of him because it was before my time? I mean, this is just American history stuff.
That was within my time, too.
George who? No, but Washington? No, that was before my time.
I think I was.
You know, I mean, Calvin Coolidge, we all know he was president. We just have to figure out when.
I think I'm going to say 1921.
1921.
Yeah.
Okay. Irene, what do you think?
1924.
Did you get water?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Thank you.
It was your own water you were getting. Don't thank me. Chris, what do you think?
1925.
1925. And Kevin?
I'll go with, yeah, right. I'll go with 24 too.
Okay, you're all close except for Mike. No, 1925 is correct. And that's Chris. So we now have a three-way tie. So we're not resolving anything, are we?
Nothing at all.
Okay, we'll go with one. We got to really close with this one. This is the last one.
You won away all the time.
Okay. As we used to say, in case of a tie, duplicate prizes will be awarded. Yeah. Remember they used to say that when you were a kid and you never understood what it was they meant? It was like we'll judge you on neatness and aptness of thought. And we say, what is aptness of thought? What does that mean? Anyway, police take notice, no trespassing. So we want the police not to trespass. Thank you. Anyway, this was on March 4th. Also, it's the wedding anniversary of the Reagans. Ronald Reagan and Nancy Davis were married on March 4th in the San Fernando Valley, California. What was the year? Do you know the year that they were both married? I mean, both married, obviously. They both had to be married since they're married to each other. But what year was that? Chris, what do you think?
Reagan. He had a couple of wives before.
Well, not a couple. He had one. Jane Wyman was his first wife. Yeah, he'd been divorced from Jane Wyman and then married Nancy Davis, who was an actress also. Well, obviously that makes sense since he was an actor, sort of.
He was only married once before?
Just once that I'm aware of, yes. If he's married much before that, he held it back from me.
Oh.
No. That's his current wife, as you know, Nancy. She's better known now as Nancy Reagan. We better get going because we're running toward the end of this. So if you could just give me some kind of a guess, Chris.
I'd say 1948.
Okay, 1948. And Marge, what do you say?
Wait, what? Who won? We may never know. But what I do know is the answer to that last question. Ronald Reagan and Nancy Davis were married in 1952. Now you can all sleep well knowing that. Thank you to our new subscribers. Glad to have you here for the silly. And if you're so generously inclined, you may support this show by becoming a patron on Patreon. The link is where it always is, in the description box. Closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier than we found it. For Myra Boskowitz, Lon Mason, Ron Macon, late lamented Beacon Street Bakeries, generously donating dumb birthday game prizes once you're through with them. Morning Talk with Norm and Marge, old like you, coughing, ethnic programming, prunes, Hamantaschen, dramatic organ sounds from beyond, Paula Ragusa, the extensive tome known as the Dumb Birthday Game Rulebook, walking around the streets of Boston at 2 a.m. with Richard Benjamin, filling your stomach full of joy and gas, the Clicking Song, Chagra, folk music, Chase's calendar of events, the Motown Sound, the Supremes, downtown Brighton, the towering WBZ Broadcast City where the WBZ Hall of Fame and Record Archive are on the 34th floor, and the penthouse suite is on the 73rd floor. The TV Guide Baby Boombox, Candela Skincare Center, rattling papers in your ears, Westinghouse Washers and Dryers, Absence of Thought, Ed Donahue, Karen Regal, Mike Epstein, and that heartbreaker, Norm, Mr. Smoothie Nathan. I'm Tony Nesbitt.